Morning, lovely people. Welcome back to the channel. It's Clarice again. And I was wanting to play with his ball 2 minutes. Oh, yeah, we've had the rain during the night, which has picked things up. Right, here we go. Up the top of the garden at the minute. This fencing is ready, or this netting is ready for coming down. It was up there for stopping the dogs getting in, but as you can see, the bed is now full to the brim, so I don't think we'll get them in here now. I have covered up as best I can the pears because Hannibal was off of them all last summer. You can just see them in there. That's the conference we've got in there, and we've got a Clark's favourite over this side as well. This bed was absolutely full, chock-a-block of my lovely iris. These are an early variety, the other ones are still to come up. Oh, what we got in here, look at that. Feeding time. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Right, so here we do have the large raised bed. And I have already started turning it all over. Still a wee bit of cardboard still in there that's not rotted down, but this indeed is where I'm going to be putting in some sweet corn along the sides. For the past couple of days we have some the odd lettuce in between, some chilies and pepper plants. At the end we do have a few pumpkins. Once this bit here is tidied up, I'm fingers crossed hoping that they can just go crazy and go all the way over there and around and down the hill if they want to, because this bit will not be getting done anytime soon. Have a wee quick look over here. It's absolutely roasting at the minute, and as you can see, I think cabbages are doing absolutely fantastic in there that I did in a video not that long ago. We have 4 rows of carrots come up and 2 rows that haven't, which is fine. I'll just resow them elsewhere. And this little flower bed down here, which you've seen away at the beginning a few weeks ago, we do have plenty of flowers coming up. The zinnias are coming up, and the lilies and the gladioli are all popping through. And between that we do have some lettuce and some Detroit to beetroot. So this wee bit here is absolutely fan-dabby-dozy. Over there, looking a wee bit sorry for itself, is the garlic. Fingers crossed we don't have leaf miner this year, but knowing this garden, it doesn't matter where you get it. It's where you put things. The alliums just tend to get absolutely riddled with leaf miner. Look at that, I've got the bindweed from the neighbours, the lovely neighbours. Look at that, all the way down the fence line. It's an absolute nightmare every single year to get rid of. Down here, slowly but surely, is where the cats are. We are indeed starting to see signs of wildflowers. Calendulas are first up. Zinnias at the back, and a couple of gladioli at the back as well. I'm going to give you a little look around the garden, see what's going on. Around here at the side of the polly. And we've already had flowers, and they've gone on some of the potatoes since we have I sown them in pots. If you remember right, I did put them into pots about 4 weeks prior to when I normally put them in. Fence is all needing a little bit of a fix, because the passion flowers have indeed, with a little bit of sun, tended to come everywhere. So they're going to need entwined inside along the fence line, and my new 2nd year now of clematis. Sorry about that wee bit in the corner, guys. That is to stop Hannibal from jumping over that fence. I'll have a little look down in Chez Clarice in a momento. What we've got here along this bit, let me have a look. Oh, we do have nigellas coming up here, and we do have currants. I am not quite sure if it's a red currant that's in there or it's a white. Another wee tatty there, that one's feeling a wee bit sorry for itself. the lovely, lovely French lavender. I'll show you what I've done with half of that. And our thyme has now got flowers in it. So let's go round and have a look inside the poly. I am indeed going to have to try and find some solar fan. I think I mentioned it before. This is all my butternut. They're looking a wee bit kind of tired today, as it is indeed. What we got in here? Oh, 30, 32, 33 I think we've got there on the temperatures, which is rather warm in here, I can tell you. Absolutely roasting. But the basil's loving it. Tomatoes have started off a wee bit peely-wally, but they're picking up again now. But what I'm actually going to have to do, definitely, is until I can get a solar fan, I think I'm just going to have to bring out, with the extension, the fan that I have in the house. As you can see, we do have plenty of flowers on our different types of. Down here have banana, oh, what's the word? Banana peppers, should I say, and we do have bell peppers. In between all that, we do have a few zinnias, etc. up the back. See, flopping already. We've had one day in the past week that has got very, very warm in here. Tomatoes all over this side, as you've seen when I was putting them all in. And some peppers in between those. I'm going to have to get the string and get these ones tied up. Some of these were actually from my friend Linda, and the other ones were, most of them, save seeded. But yes, we're doing well in here with the torms. I gave them a right good feed yesterday, or last night should I say, because as you can see the flowers are looking stupendous. Lettuces are doing not bad in here actually with the heat. As you can see, tomatoes, 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 tomatoes. Oh la la. Very, 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 very hot in here. I do have my weed fabric now down here. Makes it a lot easier. And down there we do have some cucumbers and we do have some gherkins. And Daniel's little apple, his little apple seed is turning out not bad at all. Let's carry on, guys. We do have shade netting up and around the middle of the polytunnel, but I think I'm going to actually have to go and get another one. Just outside the poly, this lettuce has been going for weeks, almost finished now, but we've been picking it non-stop for weeks and weeks. And our grape, still in the pot, has started growing profusely, and if you can see there, some wee grapies. So I'm thinking that's going to be fine this year in that size of pot. What do you think, guys? And then we'll decide where we're going to put it. This is the lovely tray that Roy had found when he was walking the dogs. And as I said, sweet corn rustler is in there. Oh, purple climbing beans. Purple climbing beans, these are from Linda. And they're all starting to make an appearance. And this is my green beans that's in these other ones. What we got down here? Oh, dwarf green beans have still not made an appearance. And in here I have taken some of them out as a mixture of sunflowers, and these are all from the saved seed from the bird seed. So we'll see what we get out of that little lot. As per normal, sweet corn is a little bit of a hit and a miss. Every single year's the same. But anyway, oh, that's a wee bit better. These are the wasp traps that I need to bring in and get them absolutely gutted out for putting round the fruit trees. And my plum tree we do have, as you can see there, guys, is my largest dinner plate dahlia, which has started, I was kind of worried about that, has started putting out its little leaves. Along here we do have broccoli from seed. Leeks are doing not too bad, and in here we do have A mixed variety of lupins. A great big tire I've been using for years. I'm sorry if the sun's too bright, I can't really see anything. But this is the last of our purple and lemon irises, and in between that coming up we do have our lavender and some lilies. We do have about 5 or 6 pots now of peonies. A couple of them is ones I have bought myself. I never got them to flower last year, but the thing was, I watched Monty and he said I was planting them too deep. So we do now have that one, I think, is mine. So along this wall, I've got a mixture in there of the sunflowers, a little few lettuces. We have put zinnias in there, some nice scented stock. Hopefully they come on and we get a lovely smell here at night in the summertime. And along here is another one of my peonies. This one was taken for Daniel's garden. There is another one here. This is a pink fairy, I think it's called. Now, I don't like using them, but I have indeed had to put a few slug pellets in there. I know in the UK, I think they're banned. Not banned here as yet, but I have put some in there, as you can see, just to save my dahlia, because I want to take some cuttings of them and make nice plants. Hydrangea over there. Put it away right up against this wall, because in the summertime we really do not get any shade at all. So hopefully it's going to do alright along there. And in here is little bits of peonies starting to poke through. These were cuttings or tubers taken from Daniel's old house out his garden. That is what you call a little sky. Right, let's go and have a look elsewhere. I'm hoping this sun again, guys, is not too bright. They're almost ready for getting picked, those ones. Rat's tail radish. They'll go in my salad tonight. But look at the size of this. This is the beautiful rose bush that we dug out of Daniel's garden before he left and handed the house back. And it looks absolutely fantastic in there. Right, over here to our usual little spot where we do have normally peas and tomatoes every year. And last year the tomatoes didn't do too well. Well, nothing really did too well in here last year, simply because of the immense heat we did have. But the lavender, as you can see there, is loving it already. Calendula for my bams. Look at the size of that. Look at the head and that. Absolutely gorgeous. And in here, flopping a wee bit already, we do have a couple of squash, summer squash, and extra long cucumbers. And we do have a variety of tomatoes in here. Again, the pots are in there until I get the name tags put in next to them. Fingers crossed no blight this year as well. But we can only hope. And tons of foxgloves up the back, which I had to kind of trim back because they'll just take over that net. We'll go down here. Let's see what we got down here. Me old wheelbarrow has now got strawberries yet again. Lovely, nice, early strawberries. That's filling out well this year. And then I'll just pull over this fence line and we shall have a look in what I call the cemetery, for obvious reasons. We do have potatoes coming up. A couple of dirty footprints here. I think Hannah's been in. How's he got in here? I do not know. So this little bed here and the middle one has potatoes. They're the ones that I got 25 of for €3.95 the last time I was in the shop. And over yonder by we do have a bed of celeriac. I hope you can see this better than I can. Apologies again. And along the side, and that's just where I put the mounds of unused dirt and clay. And certain plants are liking it in there. We'll get strawberries, chives, And along the back of the fence line, guys, we do have some more of our currants, red and white. Right, here we go into this bed here, which I have slowly but surely been filling up. And because we don't have the dogs in here or the hedgehogs, I have had indeed, I know it's quite controversial, I have indeed put some more slug pellets in there because a couple of my pepper plants got decimated, should I say. And along the back, beside that netting, we do have some summer squash, and we do have some cucumbers, and then we do have again some peppers and some smaller tomatoes in there. These here are pepple squash, one in the middle, they're very small, and extra large cucumbers on the other side. And I am going to be popping in some of these beautiful sweet peas along the back. I think I'll do it along the back and keep this netting for Linda's, let me see, purple peas. And along the front, this is a gora that I had just snapped off a bit last year. One stick, put it in, and voila, we're going to have a lovely pink gora in there. And along the front we do have some tomatoes and some dill. So it won't be long until this place is filled right out. Oh la la, there we go. Look at the size of this plant this year. It's got a bit of shade at this moment in time, but give it an hour and it'll be red hot over here. But look at this already. I don't eat these globe artichokes, I actually just keep them for the bees. And down here, which I need to fix a little bit because Roy had put extra wood round all the sides. So I'm going to have to get in there and do something about all those foxgloves. They've absolutely self-seeded everywhere this year, everywhere. That is shallots, garlic and onions, and again, leaf miner. I've got to mention the leaf miner. They have been covered up right up until 4 days ago because I just didn't want to take the risk. Are they big enough to not be infested? I do not know. Time will tell, but so far so good. Round here is just another small bed. A small bed which I've been putting in all my salad stuff from November last year. Cover's not long been taken off of that. As you can see, the Nigella is going crazy. We do have coriander that has went to seed, so hopefully I can save the seeds from there. And over here we do have some flowers already on the bolted rocket. Up the back, what do we have? Oh, we have some red Lisbon spring onions, which look to be doing tickety boot. And down here I have started putting a few more new lettuces in here because these ones are almost had their day. So we'll get this weeded later on this afternoon, and I will get some more lettuce in here and get this filled up a wee bit because Roy had put sides around this bed as well. Down here, which is still covered up, is straight across from the shed, Chez Clarice. Needing a little bit of attention, a little bit of weeding in there, but that's been covered up for the past 3 weeks I think now. And the lettuce, and a few coriander, and oh, another few beetroot are all in there. So that's another job for this afternoon as well. I'll try and keep that net on, I think, in here. And here we go, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Chez Clarice is now opened for the end of spring, beginning of summer. I have my padding for my sun lounger and my wee pillow. What we don't have this year, or we don't have as yet, is my my little cooker. It went in fire. I thought I hadn't placed the gas canister in properly, but it wasn't. It was the wee locking mechanism that just was not working. and it went up in flames. The shettery to the dump, and we will wait and see. And we will wait for the arrival of our new one. Are you quite comfy in there, Sky? You're quite comfy in there? Beyonce. Hey, Beyonce. Yeah, she thinks she's Beyonce. But there we are, guys. Oh, and last but not least, yesterday I thought I would pick some fresh French lavender, which is milder. And instead of drying it out, I've actually put it in as it's been picked. So that was done yesterday, 1st of May. Come in here every couple of days, give it a little turn over. Et voila, keep it as cool as possible, and 4 weeks time we shall see indeed what sort of a fragrance we'll get from that. So it's almost time for walking the hounds. But yes, we're all open and ready, aren't we? We just need our cooker and our kettle. All open and ready for the... Yes, I know. What are you saying? Tell your gone. What is it, my wee girl? And we already have some calendula ready to go. I've got another load up in the house drying out as we speak. What are you saying? What are you saying to everybody? You a good girl? Is she a good girl? Yes. So there you go, guys. That's just a wee quick update as in what I am growing this season and how everything's looking at the moment. Quite a few bits and bobs to tidy up, and I think I did mention in another video this place over here underneath my giant oak tree, which is named after my sister-in-law that we had lost. This is Luscious's tree. I used to sit down there with a book on the rocks, but the dogs have been in and out there. Very little grows in here at all, so we are in the process of filling everything with pots because nothing seems to live in here at all. It's far too dry. And that needs to get moved up the back. That's the netting and the fencing that covers the pond in the winter. Let's have a wee look and see if you can see the fish before I go. You have one very fat pregnant fishy in there. There we are, just a wee quick look. We do have 5 of them in there. They're looking good. Anyway, guys, down the bottom of the garden, this boy is looking for his ball. You ready? Au revoir, guys, until the next time. Big and takes an awful lot of food is a plant called Hannibal. What are you doing, my bubba? What are you doing, a beau garçon? You want mommy to get your ball? Do you want me to play with your ball? Hey? What are you doing, Sky? Hey? What are you doing? To the pup. And bye-byes. Bye-byes.